All right, we're here. Episode 7, I believe. A to Z since 83. I'm your host, Greg Clough, co-host Arthur Flores.
What's up?
And we've got a returning guest today. We are excited. The star from episode 1,
Hi.
Kiara Gallegos.
Woo! Hi.
Yeah.
I'm back. Thank you.
Kiara, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Thank you for coming back on. We had a lot of fun with you the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, the steak story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's long gone.
And
Some other girls enjoying that.
Oh, you guys didn't get married?
No, didn't work out.
No.
Unfortunately.
So, you and Arthur went to Tiesto last night.
We did.
Fucking epic.
It was a show.
Epic. That's a word.
So it was at Rawhide.
Mhm.
And I guess it's a big venue now.
Mm-hmm.
But when I know of Rawhide, it was a cowboy. I don't even know what it was. What was it back in the day?
It was
Like
a
rodeo?
country thing.
Right?
Yeah.
We had our prom there, our senior prom.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
How come I wasn't invited?
I know, right? You didn't miss anything.
Wow.
Anyways.
I was at work.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
At the zoo.
I was working at Walgreens the night of graduation.
Aw.
Yeah.
When'd you quit the zoo?
Bitch, I worked there for like 3 weeks with Barney.
Didn't you guys fall asleep with the tigers?
Yeah, at your party. So you threw it. We had a ditch day. You threw a party. Barney and I got loaded. And Barney and I showed up and we were like, dude, I can't stay awake for this job. So we literally went off of the zoo lights area, found this hidden spot and fell asleep and woke up to wolves coming at our head
Yeah.
and growling at us. It was really kind of scary.
Came in the backside of the wolf cage.
That's where Barney almost got his hand ripped off by a bobcat. I know.
That's crazy.
Just picture
Yeah.
Barney taking on a bobcat.
Yeah, I could see it, dude.
So how about the Tiesto concert?
Yeah, so it was at Rawhide. I had no idea the venue was that big or that extreme.
Mhm.
It was fucking cool.
It was awesome.
I saw your guys' videos.
It was awesome.
It looked like Vegas. It looked
You know,
crazy.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, that you'll never forget. It was like the first show after, post-COVID. It wasn't a pod event. So, everyone was walking around, no masks. Not that I'm encouraging it or anything, but I mean, it felt like normal. It felt like a normal show. It was fucking awesome. And can I just say, I'm going to give Tiesto his credit because he's amazing. But Dylan Francis shut that shit
Yeah.
down.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Shut it the fuck down. He killed it. And it was an awesome show, man. I danced. I'm not even kidding. Probably 5 hours straight.
Literally.
You danced? Like what?
5 hours
What
straight.
dance moves were you doing?
I was doing a little
Everybody.
Roger Rabbit. Did the
Ah.
Running Man a couple times, but it looked like a shuffle.
Were you doing the
Fist pumps.
Yeah, I was fist pumping.
Bad fist
Dude,
pumping.
yeah, my forearm muscle today.
You know what's funny is just more of how out of touch I am. Dylan Francis, I don't even know him from his music. I know him from his comedy because he does comedy skits and he's on the Tiger Belly all the time.
You're crazy, dude.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, you should check out his music. He's
I
even
know.
better DJ.
I should know him for what his specialty is.
Yeah.
Kira, you had a good time?
Yeah, it was so fun. It
Yeah.
was so fun. I expected young kids
Mm-hmm.
and it being glitter, ass out everywhere, pasties.
Oh,
There was that.
It was.
But it wasn't that it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool. It was a really cool time.
We ran into some old people, some old friends. It was awesome.
It
We
just
all
came
hung
full
out.
circle because
Yep.
these are the guys I went to raves with. I didn't
Yeah.
know what it was until I went with them. And
Yeah.
we were stealing our parents' cars and going to these raves and doing
Yeah.
bad things, but
It
having
felt
so much
good.
fun.
It was. Yeah, it was awesome.
It was really cool.
And Alan's one of the best people to go to those shows with because he gets in the moment. Same show with him. He danced all fucking night. I don't think he stopped one time.
No.
Not
Who?
once.
Who?
Alan
Oh.
went with us.
Okay.
And we had a long ass day. We went and saw Dave. We were out since 4. We watched the fucking Nets game. But yeah, it was awesome. It was fucking cool. Ran into some people and it was awesome. Fucking awesome.
Yeah, my glow sticks were in the shop.
Yeah, figured. That's why he couldn't come.
Was it just those two, Dylan Francis and Tiesto, or was it a bunch?
No, there was a bunch. There was Lord Lux, Bijou was there. Somebody else that I can't remember. But Dylan Francis, man,
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
He put on a fucking show, and then he put out some new music, and
See, that's cool when they do that.
he
I
fucking
think.
killed
I
it.
think when they pull out their new stuff for you to hear, I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think Tiesto was hanging out at Toca Madera too much.
Yeah, he was at Toca Madera.
Forgot to do his set, but he did a good job. I mean,
Did he
as
take
always.
the picture? Every girl on Instagram has to take the picture in front of Toca Madera. It's like the thing now. It's the spot.
It is. That's all Scottsdale restaurants are for. Like those ones.
Just
you
photo
know?
ops.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Toca Madera.
The
Fucking
Henry.
What is it?
The Henry's
Seafood.
a big brunch one.
44.
Maple and Ash.
Maple and Ash is actually good. They
Oh,
have good.
Fiesta burrito.
Yes, a burrito.
Yeah, you can't forget
With the
that
red
one.
benches.
You want to show off money, you got to take a picture in front of Fiesta burrito.
Yeah,
For reals.
Well, that's
funny.
cool.
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, post-COVID concert of that.
Yeah.
You know, I saw like I said, I saw the video of you guys,
Yeah.
and it looked crazy. There was a lot of people
I
there.
mean, I'm a little nervy. I mean, I am vaccinated, but I was like, oh gosh. Like when I'm in the moment, you don't think of it.
Mhm.
And then when I left, I was like, oh my God, I think I got COVID.
Yeah,
Like I was in my throat.
we
No, it's
left.
called Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, oh God, I think I'm dying.
we left there sounding like fucking 80-year-old women that smoked their whole
I
lives.
couldn't stop coughing.
Kiara, are you hungry?
I was like, yeah, give me that.
That's surprising because like
It was like I smoked a pack of fucking cigarettes.
Yeah, I
Like,
think we had held like 37 pounds of dirt from Alan fucking kicking dirt up everywhere.
what kind of dances was Alan doing?
I don't know. He was in his zone, man.
He does like he always was like
Yeah.
a good dancer.
Yeah,
does
he was
that-
killing it.
Yeah, he looks.
He had a
Cool
good
dude.
time for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
believe it or not,
Yeah.
these guys were actually really good dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like back in the day.
Were.
Still
Were.
is. My bad. So are you, Greg. You got best dancer at Coronado.
the
Which
competition
I still
wasn't
think
that-
is a lie.
The competition was kind of small, but
Hey, you still got the title.
Did you really win
win's a
that?
win.
Because I heard you didn't.
no, I did. I never even thought about it till you literally brought that up. That was in the yearbook.
Yeah.
That was just something stupid in the yearbook.
Yeah, it was he got best dancer. Like,
It's
So I
bad.
got best hair.
It's not a big deal. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, we need to put that clip up.
what did
He's in his b-boy stance, like he's like
You got like the windbreaker on?
what did John get?
John got best smile.
It was the best smile.
Best smile.
Good. I want to embarrass him.
Frankie
for
got
Yeah.
best smile.
that.
No.
What Barney get?
I don't know. Biggest partier.
Probably.
Funniest guy ever.
He should get the funniest guy.
Biggest storyteller.
You know, real quick, I know I always go back to Barney. It's our goal to get him on this
Yes,
podcast. 'cause
Barney, we
he's-
need you.
he's so funny. I hung out with Barney the other night. We went to go watch the Suns game, and he's just funnier than ever. I just,
He is.
you can't be around that guy without busting out laughing, and he's not even trying.
Yeah.
So what is his take on coming on? Like, are you guys wearing him down?
Oh, God. So we've talked about
Yeah.
this. You
Uh-huh.
can reach out to him on anything, and he'll get back to you in a second. If you ask him to come on the podcast, you will never hear from him ever again.
Yeah. So if you don't want to talk to Barney, ask him if he's coming on the show.
It's like that.
And he will ignore you all day until he thinks of something stupid to text you.
Yeah.
And then he'll text you the stupid shit, completely ignoring that you invited him on the podcast.
Yeah, it's like that scene in Bronx Tale. You know, you the guy owes you $20, but it's $20 to get him out of your life forever.
Yeah.
It's like just bring up the podcast, and Barney will leave your life forever.
Yeah.
But
pretty
I did ask him because I'm just gonna bother him every time. I go,
Yeah.
hey, come on the podcast. He's like, I'll come. Maybe I'll come on like the Christmas episode.
Yeah. He told me the same shit. He's
Whatever
like,
the-
I'll do the Christmas
The
episode.
Whatever that
Christmas
is.
special.
It's like,
That
how
would be
special
so
do you think
good.
you are?
Well, dude, that's why I've always given him the nickname Diva because
Yeah.
he's such a diva.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe we just give him some money.
Yeah.
to pay him to come on.
Some
Yeah.
fireball nips.
Yeah, I'll give us some fireball.
Yeah, seriously.
It's me after 12 fireball nips.
You know, I grew up with that kid. I've known Barney longer than any single, well, him and John, I've known longer than any single person I know to this day.
Mhm.
And if I have to pay him to come on, I mean, it's a little weird.
I mean, do what you
We're
gotta
beating,
do.
we're beating Barney up before we pay him. That's for sure.
Yeah,
We're gonna
for
beat him
sure.
up. We're throwing him in the back of the car, and we're gonna fucking sit him in the chair. Fuck paint 'em.
One of the funniest things about Barney, I don't even think I've told this before, but we were in this math class at Arcadia where they took like the worst kids in school and put them in one class. It was totally Dangerous Minds. And
Who were you, Amelia?
Arcadia?
no, I was Raul. I'll have the chicken. And there was a kid in our class named David, and back then they had this little Kim poster, and it was really like, she's like basically wearing nothing and whatnot.
Is that the one where she's doing the squat and the
Yes,
G-string?
that's the one. That exact
Yeah.
one. So this David kid put that poster, the 36 by 24, up in the back of the classroom, and the teacher didn't notice it for 6 weeks.
What?
So every day we went into that class, and that poster was up in the back, and Barney and I laughed our ass off at that. I'm telling you, the teacher was a little out there.
Yeah.
We went through like 20 subs too, because she
This must
retired.
have been really bad.
Yeah. Well, there was one kid.
Why were you bad? What did you do?
That's why I asked if you're Emilio, because I heard you're like the scariest kid.
Nah, that's Barney's. Barney has a thing about how I showed up to Ingleside being the scary kid.
I told you about the
It's
basketball
intense
story, right?
stare.
What basketball story?
That Barney told me about you playing basketball against these kids, and you guys like beat them, and they were scared of you to play basketball or some shit. I think I told you already.
Yeah, there was these kids from Saguaro that were trying to hustle us,
Yeah.
and then we whooped their ass in basketball, and then they weren't going to pay us. So
But the way Barney explains it is completely different. Like you took your shirt off.
No.
You're all hairy and shit. And everyone was scared to guard you.
He's like a grown ass man,
Uh,
just like full on. That's funny.
no, I mean, yeah, dude. Before I discovered alcohol, basketball, that was like all I did. All I did was play ball until I discovered alcohol, and that was a wrap.
Wow, choose
Yeah.
the booze, you lose. Guys.
Yeah.
Story of life.
Yeah.
Well, Kiara, I want to get going a little more with you, but we like to start out the show with our favorite casts of characters, and one of them is a guy named Rusty,
Okay.
and he does beer reviews, and he's become kind of a staple of the show. So we're gonna go ahead and do our latest beer review. Arthur loves Rusty.
If we're paying anybody to come on the show, can we pay Rusty?
Rusty, I think that's the only way we're gonna get Rusty on. Barney's gonna have to be bumped.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, to bump him out.
All right, guys, welcome back to Rusty Rank Spears, where I pick a brand, drink 12 of them, and then give it a score. Today we got tweets. All right, guys, we're 4 in. These are the drinks you asked for when you're a sophomore in high school and you don't know the name of any other alcohol. But other than that, not much else to report. I'll keep you posted after the 8th one. All right, guys, we're 8 in. Let it be known that after 8 tweets, your MLB The Show skills will go down drastically. But other than that, honestly feeling pretty good. A little sugary. We'll keep posted after the 12th one. All right, guys, we're 12 in. This is kind of a cowpoke beer. You know, like you're lonesome but happy. You're rich but you're broke. And Lord knows, you know, I'm just a cowpoke. This is Twisted Tea. It's gonna be a 6.2 for me.
Oh,
Why are those cans open like that?
Look at the
What the fuck
flip-flops.
did he do?
those guys, they do a lot of shotgunning. I don't know.
But the whole fucking thing, you know? It's funny because if you notice on Rusty's videos, the drunker he gets, the lower the lights get.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know. He's probably like,
He's
damn
got the
it.
clapper.
Yeah. And those Twisted Teas are a big native drink, man. Shit's
Are they
funny.
really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
a native
those
thing.
are-
Well, they call them tweets, bro.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do some news headlines here. Get your take on this, Kira. We've got some news. This was crazy. I don't know if you guys saw this. Bride dies of heart attack at wedding, and sister marries the groom at the wedding. She just literally steps in and just marries him
What the fuck?
What?
at the same event.
No.
This made it-
Where is this at?
This is in India.
Oh.
I saw Gilbert, so I was like, that's accurate.
Well, that makes sense because they marry off their family. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Their
but
daughters.
usually there's a chance you might wait a day or two. Like they
No.
literally just took the body away and just married the sister.
that is
Yeah, not when the
crazy.
family says so.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that is crazy though. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, and look, I know that we're probably sounding ignorant because it might be a cultural thing. Just
get it.
Nonetheless, though, someone dying,
Mhm.
I feel like you might want to give them a little time, but I guess
Yeah.
people got to get married. also in the news. I don't know if you guys saw this. See, I want to get your opinion on this one. North Carolina student denied diploma after wearing Mexican flag over graduation gown.
I've been seeing a
Oh,
couple of
wow.
these, dude. Like I saw the other one where there was a rapper, I think, of some black guy, and I forgot where, but he started throwing money in the crowd,
Mhm.
and they arrested him and threw him out of the graduation for throwing money.
Yeah.
Who was he? He was graduating?
Yeah, but he's like a rapper, so I
I think he
mean,
was doing a
Mm.
TikTok video.
I don't know, but I mean, even that, is that really a reason to not let someone graduate? Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but I didn't think it was that crazy. I mean, I'd be happy as
Well,
fuck.
that one's a little different. This
Way
one
different,
right
way
here
different.
is just so benign.
Yeah.
He just put a flag of, he's happy of his culture.
Right.
He's not saying F America.
No.
He's saying he's proud of his Mexican background.
Yeah.
And he could have been, I don't know this whole story about his family. Oh, it says right here, first to graduate from high school from the family. So that's, I mean, he's passionate,
Right.
and they're refusing his diploma. Obviously, that's not going to last very long. He's going to get his diploma.
Why would you refuse the diploma? What's the point of that?
Well, it says he didn't honor the ceremony dress code.
That's
Yeah.
a refusal of diploma.
I don't know.
Well, it's the dress
So,
code, dude.
so
that's
a
not
thing
right.
that Native Americans do is they always wear moccasins, and they usually bead their cap, and then they usually wear feathers somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's not following dress code, but that's like
Right.
culture, that's tradition. So it's a given. You're gonna dress that way for your graduation, no matter what they say. Like you're gonna deny diplomas just because someone's
And you
flag
dress
on
the
there?
top of your hat too.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
people embellish them
absolutely.
with the year and their name, and so why can't they
Mhm.
have a theme of their culture?
Gang,
Like
Maybe
what gang they're from? You know, you
whatever
gotta
is your
bang-
deal.
box
Bang
cutters,
your set.
knives, guns.
Cutters, knives, guns.
I just think it's just too rough.
That's extreme.
That's just a little too crazy.
Yeah, I
And why
guess
make it a negative and turn? They need to turn into a positive. Like his story.
I'm
It's not about
wondering
the flag.
if they're coming from, and look, I'm not justifying. I'm just trying to think of what's their basis on this.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to avoid the setting the standard of every single person rolls up with just like there's no more
Right.
gowns at this point. Everyone's kind of in their own kind of
Right.
get up. Maybe they're trying to avoid that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
think
could.
so. I
you
think
could
that's
tone it
mainly probably
down.
where it's coming
Probably
from.
tone it down a little bit, but I don't know. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's sad.
And then last, I thought this was kind of interesting.
I saw it.
Yeah, Jackass 4 director accuses Bam Margera of making death threats to his family. So he's got a restraining order. Yeah, Bam's, man, that dude's life has took quite a turn.
Yeah, and it's kind of fucked up, like how everything's working out with this new Jackass. Because Bam's not in a good place, anyways.
Mm-mm.
And then to like completely. So we're not on the set, obviously. So I mean, we there's a lot of shit going on with him. But I saw the interview that he did about how they're like just completely taking him out of the new Jackass, and I was like, it's got to be fucking hard because he was part of the whole startup. He
Totally.
fucking pretty
Dude,
much made it what it
Part of
was.
it's probably Johnny Knoxville, probably the king of them all. But then Bam
Mhm.
was always like the,
Yeah.
the
What was-
second biggest name.
What were those skate videos we used to watch in middle school?
CKY.
CKY.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how these motherfuckers started this shit up.
But it started with his dad, him
Yeah.
fucking with his dad.
Yeah.
That's
It was Bam.
Remember
Yeah.
his show? Like right after high school, he had his own show.
Yeah.
I mean, like I used to watch that show.
Me too.
His parents were hilarious. Arthur, you know what tonight is?
Yeah. Well, there's a couple things, but yeah, I do. We were talking about this in the car.
The
So let's talk about it.
Floyd Mayweather versus
Yes.
Logan Paul, the YouTube star versus the greatest fighter ever.
Yeah.
Giant waste of time.
Mhm.
Floyd is going to absolutely, unless Floyd like throws a couple rounds just for entertainment value, Logan Paul has zero chance whatsoever.
Right.
Are you gonna watch it?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not paying for it. I'll tell you that right now. But I was telling Kiara on the way over here because I've been watching them promote this whole thing, and I'm not a Paul fan. Paul brothers, like, I don't think they're these great boxers, but they got a couple of points, like the guy has a really good point about how is he in the position to get this fight with the greatest boxer in the world. I know it's all about money, but there's other ways Mayweather could make money too. But I just think it's fucking crazy. And then the Tyrone Woodley thing, and then it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, so you're kind of talking about how UFC fighters, Dana White's holding them back
Yep.
from making money. Well, that's
right.
I will give the Paul brothers credit on this.
Yeah.
Them pointing that out is 100% accurate, and I backed them up on that. These
Oh,
fighters
yeah.
are risking their lives in the octagon or a
Absolutely.
ring, and the promoters and these guys who have complete control
hmm
are just like, holding them back from making real money so they can just go do their own thing. Why not?
Yeah. And then, they're getting these fights with the Paul brothers, and it's like they're getting the biggest paychecks that they've ever gotten their
Yeah.
whole entire life. So it's like, why wouldn't we want to do this? But I'll say it again. I think they're lining up the Paul brothers with the wrong fucking MMA fighters. Like the Woodley fight, sketchy, dude.
Oh, you say because he doesn't throw a whole lot.
I'm gonna say it now. I don't know. It's a sketchy fight.
Sketchy.
But no, I'm not gonna watch the Mayweather fight. Are you?
No, I'm probably gonna watch Royal Rumble '93.
Yeah, I would much rather do
Do you
that.
Do you remember Royal Rumble '93, Kira?
I mean, wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Crazy
I
night.
don't know
Hulk
93,
Hogan,
but I know
Ultimate
Royal Rumble.
Warrior.
The mega powers collided that night. Okay,
Oh.
British Bulldog was going off. Ravishing Rick Rude thought he was going to take on, Mr. Perfect. He comes running in. He's totally lambasted by Ted DiBiase. Okay, Virgil's playing his girl
Can
games.
you call Ted DiBiase by his real name though? I mean, it's the $1 Million
What
Man.
did I say? DiBiase? My bad. I should
No,
say.
the $1 Million Man.
Oh, $1 Million Man.
yeah.
Yokozuna won that. He
DiBiase
beat
is-
Macho Man Randy Savage. So just letting everybody know that. So Kira,
Yeah.
oh sorry.
I was gonna say I'm gonna watch it.
You're gonna watch the fight?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Royal Rumble.
Oh,
Lame.
my niece is really into
Actually-
Royal Rumble. She's into all that.
I wouldn't mind. I got some homework, but
But
catch the fight.
We should catch the fight.
Yeah, let's go watch it.
but why
Where?
wouldn't you want to watch it? It's kind of
There's nothing on tonight.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. The situation is like for just to see it happen.
I would pop a TV up in my backyard and go buy a cigar and watch it if that was what we were doing.
I'm down for that.
This guy's got me cigars.
Cigars.
I am
I
now
know.
officially going to go broke
Oh,
purchasing
good.
cigars
Yeah,
because
you
I'm
gotta be
also high
careful.
maintenance. I'm buying the higher end ones because he's introduced me to
Yeah.
them. That Rocky Patel Grand Reserve, I cannot get enough of that one. It's amazing.
Yeah, and Rocky Patel, the good thing about those, they're fairly decent cigars. And I mean, as far as price, but they're legit too. I mean, those
yeah.
were some of the first cigars they started off with, but they got the 60 coming out. Can't wait for that shit.
Okay, so
Guys are
so I'm just as lost when you say that as Kira's probably been lost at what we've been talking about for the last 10 minutes. So Kira,
No, it's fine.
let's bring you into the mix.
Let's do it. We're getting
Okay.
What's going on in life? I mean, last time you came on with some really funny dating stories.
Right.
I was wondering maybe if you had some other ones possibly.
Steak Man's gone.
Steak Man's gone.
Steak Man's gone.
So I didn't mention him because it was fresh and I thought it was like something promising, right?
Yeah.
So the deal with this guy, he was a coach. He was our age, single, had his own house. He was like, had all the credentials good, right? But he kept me on the phone, liked to talk on the phone.
Oh God.
So at the first conversation, I was like, cool, he called me. Like, that's so different. Okay, cool. We talk 3 hours go by. I'm like, okay. Then the next night, another 3 hours. And then it progressed to a 5-hour conversation.
Anytime I tried to call Kiara, she was on the phone talking to this guy. Anytime. It was like, I'm on the phone.
And
I'll call you
here's
back.
where I mess up is I'm nice and I just go with it. But it was mainly him talking, which was a red flag in the beginning, which I didn't realize. So it's just him talking about his achievements, what he think. It was like this. It was annoying.
Was he like,
Oh,
Down
no.
to go get some Mexican food together, baby girl.
Wish that would have been a lot funner.
Yeah.
So then we spent 4 weeks talking. We would have met after 2, but he wanted to get vaccinated. He was one of those. I was like, cool, I'll respect it, whatever. And then the next week, I got a sty in my eye. So I couldn't go.
I remember.
Right?
what?
A sty.
What does that mean?
Like you get like a bump like underneath your eye.
Mhm.
And it like it's
Yeah,
like-
I've had that,
yeah.
but don't you just flip your eyelid over and get it out?
No, it has to like go away on its own. Like you can't like pop it or anything.
Yeah, it's
My
like
bad.
in your
It's
eyeball.
like in your
You can't
eye.
just
It's like
flip
under
your
your eyelid.
No, you can't just flip your eyelid
No,
and
remember
take
those
it out.
nerdy kids that would flip their eyes?
Oh,
But
that
hey,
is so
kids.
gross.
Yeah.
You remember those?
So anyway, so then we finally meet, and his favorite restaurant was Texas Roadhouse. And I was like, cool. I love Texas Roadhouse.
What's wrong with that?
I like it.
I'm curious to know. What are you laughing at?
It's just
like first date status.
it's a very look. Don't get me wrong. I love Texas Roadhouse too. It's awesome to hear that that's his favorite restaurant.
Right.
It's kind of like me going, hey, my favorite restaurant's Olive Garden. Let's go.
Sizzlers.
You know?
So how he asked me, he's like, hey, you want to go to the roadie on Saturday?
The roadie. He
The
has a
roadie.
nickname.
I was like, sure.
Is that what you call the Olive Garden? The Ollie?
Go to the Ollie. Let's go get some breadsticks, the Ollie.
So we meet. There's absolutely no spark. Even after spending all that time on the phone, I was just like not with it. He, at dinner, he's told me his whole life story, his history on his family. So he busts out his phone and starts showing me pictures.
Oh, this was the awkward moment, right? Where it
Yeah.
was,
And then he was like,
awkward?
your turn. And I was
Yeah.
like, I grab my phone, I go onto Google Photo, and I'm like, there's my dogs. Like, he just caught me off guard. I was like, this is not.
What was he showing pictures of?
He was showing me pictures of like his family, like his mom, his dad, but not just that. It was like of his great grandparents,
Uh-huh.
like old.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. So then after that,
Yeah,
I
those
just-
are hours you'll never get back.
no.
Ever.
And then he was like, oh, well, since you're busy next weekend, we'll set up for next week. So we set up a date for 2 weeks after our date.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay. I'm like, well, I kind of want to spend more time with somebody. So it's kind of weird, right? So I asked him, I said, hey, do you want to just like catch coffee or just like I'm free this moment? Arthur suggested like he needs to spend more time.
Yeah,
you know?
he needs to show some effort.
Right. So I did. And he just was like, that, during the week doesn't work for me. And you know that. Like he got all
You
sassy.
got aggressive like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I just let him have it and I released it.
Yeah.
that
Just
was
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Just one little speed bump.
There were many. That was the last. That was like the cherry on top. I kind of baited him a little bit because I knew he would do that
Yeah.
just so I can shut it off. shut
So
it down.
he's just spacing dates out every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is kind of.
It's kind of weird. And especially, and he was like, well, what? We went on one date. I'm like, yeah, but we spent 4 weeks talking.
Yeah.
The times that we spent on the phone, we could have been hanging out. So it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
How old is he?
My age, 37, 38.
That's interesting that he's still one of those guys that's into the phone. I even feel like even though we're that last generation, I haven't been on the phone with someone in a long time. Like for a long period of time.
Right. And
okay. Can we talk about that after this? Because I have a question about it.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, and that's it. So I broke it off with him.
Yeah, he was weird.
So I just kind of told him, I said, you just sounds like you don't have time. And like sports was a huge deal to him. That's all he talked about. He talked about, he created a playground for these kids in the school, and the school ended up firing him because of cutbacks. And he was like really pissed at the school. And he was like, he was just really all about praise.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of, you don't do shit like that for that.
Yeah.
So there was just multiple things. So yeah, what a waste of time. It wasn't. It was a learning curve, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
for
lesson
sure.
there was, but
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm sure there was one.
Don't talk to somebody on the fucking phone for 4 weeks.
But it's good though, right? Because you're talking to someone new.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
Yeah. Well, I had a date in between there, and that guy was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He was a chef.
Yeah.
Real quick. He was a chef.
Yeah.
And we went to dinner. And first off, he showed up and he was 3 inches shorter than what he said.
Which is what most of the guys do
Yeah.
for
3
you.
inches.
I'm
shorter.
5'4", okay? 5'6",
Mhm.
okay.
You
7,
throw some hills on,
got
you're
it.
pushing it.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't even do little whatever.
Wedges, anything.
So first off the bat, so he comes down and says, I'm like, so how do you like being a chef? And he's like, oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I work a lot. He's like, I eat a lot of weird things.
Oh,
I like,
he did.
yeah. And he told me, he goes, I like to put a lot of weird things in my mouth,
Mm,
like food and
mhm.
sexually.
Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
I was
Yes.
like, I just literally like I just looked at him like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I just turned and just,
This is the guy I was like, if you guys don't work out, can I be friends with him? Not because he puts weird things in his mouth, but because he's a chef and I like to eat food too. So.
and he's a chef at a mainstream restaurant, which I won't name, but
Yeah.
it could be a nice,
CC's
Hook up.
Pizza.
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Gotcha.
we'll see.
So after that, I was like, and his breath stunk really bad. And he was sitting close, and then he had a stuffy nose, and he was
he
like,
was really breathy.
yeah, and I was like, and he was just kind of leaning in, and I'm like, because we sat at a round table, And
That's
so I was like, fuck, you have COVID. Like, you were throwing it in my face right now. Like, I literally, and I just kept kind of doing one of these or, and I was like, so I made a funny. I was like, oh my God, you got COVID. And I picked up my chair and I slapped it to the right. And he starts laughing. And I was like, no, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Like, so I sent him off. I haven't talked to him. He's texted me, but I just kind of ghosted it because I don't know.
So what was your question, Arthur?
My question was, I'm not the only one that agrees with the whole like texting calling thing, right? Because I feel like that's more what we do today, anyways. Like, I don't just call you guys, like I text you guys, right? And I
We
feel
call
like,
each other,
well, we do, yeah. I call you a lot, but I mean, I feel like,
but we text.
Arthur and I never talk on
Yeah.
the phone. Even though we do this podcast, we practically never talk on the
but
phone.
I've kind of been like, it's been made aware, that I text a lot, and it's like I feel like, which I don't mind, I don't mind picking up the phone and calling, but I feel like it's
made
just
aware
more,
by girls. Not if you've got a guy friend pointing that out, you need to check your friends. dude.
yeah. So I was just, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one here, but yeah, I feel like that's just
So what's the
it's
question?
pretty standard. Like you just text, right? Like I text a lot,
I
like a
think-
lot,
I think both
La, la, la.
is good.
a lot.
So the guy I'm talking to right now, horrible texter.
Yeah.
We get the point across, and then it's like, so when we talk, it's more, but we're not
You get
talking
more
for
out of it?
hours. No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Makes
like
sense.
a 30-minute, 40-minute like catch up. Cool,
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, gotta go bye,
Mm.
and that is fine.
Yeah.
Like, because you want to.
But that's what I'm talking about. I've completely forgot how to do that.
Okay, but I think calling is appropriate when you're in the car, driving
Yes,
somewhere.
of course.
For safety.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so for safety, but not for like actually.
If your life is at risk, then it's okay.
Yeah.
You think it's too risky?
To talk on the phone in the car, no. I agree with you, but I'm just kind of joking
Well, here's
around.
the thing, because it's like multitasking. It's like, I have 15 minutes to get to this part. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call you and talk to you then.
Right.
Made my point. I'm done.
Oh well, people are multitasking in the car.
Yeah.
John told me
I
the
try
funniest
not
story.
to.
John said he was driving to work and he saw a chick driving. She was literally eating a bowl of cereal while she was driving. Like,
You fucking
I've done
would.
it. Not cereal, but I eat and drive. I've changed my clothes while I'm driving.
I've thrown up and drove.
Yeah, man.
That was bad.
Yikes.
Ew.
I know. So gross.
yeah.
So anyway, so dating. So I am talking to somebody new, and he's pretty awesome.
It's going good.
It's going really good.
What is
Nice.
his? Can you give us what does he look like? Like blonde hair, blue eyes, Hispanic.
No, he's Hispanic.
Ew.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. It's really. He looks like two people I know,
Uh-oh.
just
Yes.
mashed together.
Oh,
It's
can
really
we guess?
odd.
Can we say who?
Sure.
Do you know?
I do.
Oh.
I know.
Okay, can I get a hint? I want to
Yeah.
play this game.
Yeah. I'll let Kiara.
Well, he's not my typical. I love blonde hair, blue eyes. Because of Zach Morris. That's where my crush for White Boys came from.
Yeah.
Zach Morris, Johnny Castle, Johnny Depp. That's where all my white boy fetishes came from.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I like him very much, and he has dark black hair, Mexican, strong nose, light eyes, kind of like lighter brown eyes.
Mhm.
He's just really cute, really cute. I think he is.
Yeah.
And he's not that tall, but I
Yeah.
don't really care.
But what did he say his height was on his profile?
5'9".
And what is he, like
7?
5'7"?
Dude, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had like 2
It's like a thing dudes do.
And it's
you know?
cool. It's cool.
Girls have filters. Guys lie about their height.
Yeah, I get it. Whatever. But it doesn't matter because I like him.
Why don't guys just wear lifts then? If they're gonna lie about it, go all the way.
I don't know.
I seen a commercial. You could put those lifts in your shoes. You can't even tell in your sneakers, and you can add 3 inches to your height.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be weird if like you're dating a girl and you come home and kick your shoes off and you're just like take
Yeah.
that step down?
Oh, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying if you're gonna be that much of
Right,
a liar,
okay.
you might as well
If it-
go all in.
If it bothers you that
Balls to the
much.
wall.
Yeah.
You could wear Bootsy Collin boots. And
Yeah.
be 7 foot tall.
So with this guy, we just have a lot in common. He's more of my style, more of my speed. Like, we don't just talk about life and serious things. We do, and he's very like into that stuff can touch on that. But he's like us, like can shoot the shit about
Yeah.
movies and music, tattoos. He's just cool.
Yeah.
Like more my style. So I'm
Nice.
hoping it goes good, works out.
Hope.
So since we brought up Patrick Swayze,
yeah,
Oh,
let's talk
yeah.
about it.
okay, so in David Michael's podcast or his
Yes.
episode,
Yes,
you talked about Dirty Dancing. Was that the movie?
we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
which
Baby-
Greg brought up.
No, he didn't review it. He,
No,
he
you
just
didn't.
brought it up.
No,
you
but what
did.
you brought up was that
Oh,
he
no,
was
maybe.
talking to a young 16-year-old girl.
and he wasn't.
Right.
She
No,
was
I asked him if he was, and that's what he confirmed. So
Yeah.
yell at him.
I'm gonna fact check it.
We're getting fact checked.
Yes.
Okay, so she's
She was
not.
18. He was 24.
Oh, okay.
And she was going in the Peace Corps. Did I say?
The what?
The Peace Corps?
Yeah, Peace Corps.
Peace Corps, whatever. And you have to be 18 to go. So
Are
it's
you
in
sure?
there.
Are you just?
I looked it up.
Are you sure?
Look, I'm just.
Yes.
Okay.
I looked it up.
I believe you. I'm not. I don't even want to argue
Yeah.
because I don't want it to be. But I for some reason noticed Patrick Swayze looks like he's almost 40
well,
in
he
it.
was because he was 30 some.
She seemed like a kid.
Yeah,
so.
she was 30 some. But yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, Greg. So he's
He
not a
was
pedo.
not a pedophile.
I just asked the question and
Yeah.
you confirmed it, so you
Well,
were wrong.
Okay.
Fake news over here.
But-
Fake news. It's fake news.
And then talking about Crybaby.
What happened with that?
So what you said was it was a love story, which
It
it
is.
is, right?
Totally.
But it's a funny movie because he like how can you say, like he's they're all orphans,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So it's like bad boy image.
hmm
So that's what comes from that.
But it's a total love story.
It is a love story,
Yeah.
but it's like
So what are you arguing, Kiara?
I'm just trying to say that it was more of like the bad boy and the good girl.
Which I said.
Yeah.
I totally called that out. She was like the square that fell in love with the bad boy. And
Right.
what did they call her?
A scrape.
A scrape. Yeah, she's a
So
scrape.
she was part
Both.
square, part
Yeah,
drape.
She could play both roles. And she
Yeah.
did very well.
And then his dad was the alphabet bomber.
Yes. That was a funny part in the movie.
Iggy Pop was in it. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just thought
That was one of the best parts of the movie is when he started talking about it and he rips his shirt off and he has like the electric chair
he's
on
on
his
the alphabet
chest.
bomber.
And then the light
Airport,
Yeah.
the car wash. Yeah, that's funny. Anyways, yeah. I don't know why I brought that up, but
So I'm assuming then like you're a big Crybaby fan then.
right.
That's
so it's
your movie.
one of my favorite movies.
And
And
then
the singing,
Dirty Dancing, if you had to put them up against each other.
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing, you'd
As
take
far
Dirty
as dancing?
Yeah,
for
as far
sure.
well, see, my thing is like I growing up liked I don't want to say musicals because I don't like musicals like that. Like,
Yeah.
but I like the dancing, the singing,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. So Dirty Dancing would probably be above Crybaby for me.
Hairspray fits in there for sure.
Hairspray would
Has
be
to.
a number one too.
Well,
Have you guys ever heard of Shag?
Greg probably has. This is probably one of those movies that he's like, yeah, this is a great movie. How have you not
It's
seen it?
another like dancing movie.
Shag.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
So it's about like 4 teenage girls who graduate high school and they're like in down south and they lie to their parents. They're gonna go and explore colonial homes, but they go to Myrtle Beach
Right.
and they go to like one of the girls has like a summer house and they go and just have like the time of their life and they learn how to shag.
Shag movie.
Like they learn shag is like a dance. It's like a
It's like
and
twerking.
it's so cute in their day.
Was it?
Yeah, we have like a partner. You learn to shag, and it's just like they have a big old party.
Phoebe Cates is in it?
Phoebe Cates, Bridget Fonda.
Yeah, such a good movie.
Oh, it's an 80s movie.
Yeah, but this is the shit I'm talking about. I like. It's like
Huh. I definitely never heard of this. Phoebe
I
Cates is in it
haven't
though.
either.
and then like the
Love
blonde
Phoebe
enters like a
Cates.
contest, and she's to be like an all-American.
This looks like it's totally right down the alley of Crybaby and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but see,
for
that's
sure.
my
Maybe it's
that's
made
my
by the
thing.
same people or something.
No,
don't know.
I think that guy got fired after Crybaby.
Why?
Just kidding.
Because of Tracy Lords?
Uh,
People know about Tracy Lords?
I don't know.
The background
I
about
would
her?
hope so.
See, she was my favorite in Crybaby. My uncle's like, she's a porn star.
Yeah, at a really
No.
early age, illegally.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
That movie came on like
Mhm.
HBO. Like,
Yeah.
because like I said, I sat at my Nana's and watched TV all fucking day.
Yeah.
And I would wait for it to come back on because I saw it once and I was like, oh my God.
Mhm.
So then we used to go to the warehouse to rent movies.
Yes, the
right?
warehouse.
At
That's where I rented
Tower
my
Plaza.
Where you get
And
CDs and tapes
Yeah.
and
I would
shit.
always get like Care Bears, Crybaby, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. You know, I get all my shit, right?
Yeah.
So the movie came on sale, like in their little bucket, and I was like, Nana, you have to buy me this movie. Like I was like freaking out. I was probably 9. So she buys it for me. Like weeks later, a year later, she watches it and she's like, I cannot believe I bought you this movie.
Yeah.
And it's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. All I
Because of
saw
Hatchet
was
Face?
because of just the tone of, and now if looking at it as an adult, like about like, I mean, I guess.
She cracks me up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not an appropriate kid movie, but I didn't care. I like the singing. I like Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I like the look of the 50s. I think that's mainly what
I haven't
was.
seen it. I've got the DVD on the counter in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Love it
it's
already.
My mom's friend, she listened to the episode, and it's one of her favorite movies, so she gave it to my mom.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
See,
I don't have a DVD player though, so I can't watch it.
put it in your
I just think
laptop.
the songs are good too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like the songs.
Well-
Anyways, yeah.
I actually asked Kiara
Mhm.
to do her top 5 favorite movies of all time.
Of
Mhm.
all time.
Of all time.
Oh,
So not just
see?
80s.
No, we're not gonna do 80s movies. I know people probably think we overkill 80s. Well, guess what? We're gonna continue to do that. So, but
It's like all we're good
So
at.
thinking about this, I was like, what can I just grab and put on and watch front to back? Like, don't mind, you know?
yeah,
I would say Clueless
okay.
is one of my favorite. She's All
As
That
if.
because of Freddie Prinze Jr. Just loved him.
She's all that.
And
She's all that.
She's All That.
Boy, these are some real manly movies.
Yeah.
And
What'd you expect?
I was expecting, Gladiator
Yeah.
or Army of the Dead.
300.
but I'm a girl.
This is fucking
Um,
Evil Dead
Sparta.
2.
I like Crybaby, Dirty Dancing, and then I Love You Man with Paul Rudd.
Oh, okay.
Never
So
seen
Paul
it.
Rudd-
John introduced me to that movie. Pretty
Never
fun
That
seen
is
it.
movie.
like one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that whole little crew.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd and what's the other guy's name? The tall guy.
I've never seen
Siegel,
the movie.
Jason Siegel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so awesome, and all he does too. All his movies are good.
Yeah.
So that's kind of more my thing.
Mhm.
But like Shag, like I like old stuff. I don't really
I don't really like new stuff.
Yeah.
What about Weekend at Bernie's?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Thank you.
Because
New
I like
poster.
Andrew McCarthy,
It's a great movie, but
right? Andrew
horrible.
McCarthy?
Horrible plot.
Okay, here we go. It's time to argue with Arthur for the 15th millionth time.
You
Kira-
got two of the
when-
worst movies in the 80s right next to each other.
Okay, so what do you, when we say bad 80s movies,
Mhm.
like there's bad 80s movies that are good, and then there's just bad. I'll give you an example of just bad. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Dumbest movie ever made.
It's debatable.
There's nothing good about it. People, it's a cult classic because it's so terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Weekend
Right.
at Bernie's is actually entertaining. You can goof on the plot, but it's an entertaining movie. Like he's dead the whole movie, and they're lifting him around. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like those movies are weird like
yeah,
that.
they just don't make them
Like
like,
Mannequin.
that anymore. Yeah,
Like-
another
like-
great movie. But
Agreed.
really, the plot of the fucking movie, like a mannequin comes to life, and this guy's obsessed with a fucking mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
Shit won't fly today, but I
I'm
get
not-
it.
I'm not holding it to today's standards.
No, I get it though. I'm just saying though, they're horrible fucking plots. They're great movies. I love Mannequin. I could watch it, but it's just like,
But they're like cheesy, like
Yeah,
not
you know.
or like I mentioned Arthur Loverboy.
ah,
Has anybody ever seen that one?
Yeah, where he's
Yeah.
the pizza delivery guy and
Yeah.
he's sleeping with all the
yeah, he's
rich.
a prostitute, and then
Yeah.
his mom calls
gigolo.
and asks for
Yeah.
a pizza, and that's when he like calls it off,
Yeah,
Is
right?
that what happens?
And then he gets it, and it's
Haven't seen
also
it
a
in
love
so long.
story. Yeah.
My
And
mom. That's my mom's biggest crush, by the way.
Patrick
Patrick
Dempsey.
Dempsey.
Patrick Dempsey.
She has good taste.
Current
He's
Patrick
so-
Dempsey.
Yeah.
Totally,
Yeah,
all day.
dude's holding up pretty well.
Yeah.
He's like the Tom Selleck of like our time.
Oh,
What does that mean?
Because I feel like Tom Selleck, like in my mom and my grandmother. My grandmother was obsessed with him. She-
Greatest mustache of all time.
to this
Tom
day.
Selleck.
That's probably accurate.
The only guy that could compete, I would think, is Burt Reynolds.
Okay.
Maybe Sam Elliott.
Mm.
Oh, he's sexy too.
Maybe Wyatt Earp.
Have you watched The Ranch?
No.
Yeah.
Touched on it a little bit with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually a good show.
Yeah. No,
But
it's
Greg,
good.
I'm pretty sure.
So
Ashton
speaking
Kutcher,
of Tom
everything.
Selleck, Friends reunion. Did you like Friends?
I didn't watch it. The reunion. I saw Friends when I was a kid.
Oh.
I was more of a Seinfeld guy.
Oh.
Mm.
I did. The only reason I watched Friends when I did is because I was obsessed with Jennifer Aniston. I thought she
think
was.
every kid was.
Yeah, everybody.
Right.
It was either her or Pam Anderson of the 90s or Tiffany Amber Thiessen. They were the queens.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of that, do you want to play the Who's Hotters game?
Yeah.
You got some good ones?
I don't know.
Let's
We'll
check them
see.
out.
They're usually not.
Let's do it.
So our game, Kiara, you've seen on the show.
Yes.
I don't think you got to play this one the first time.
No,
is
I
the
didn't. This came about after me.
the Who's Hotter game, and this is where we do a little matchup of some gentlemen that some people might recognize. So our first matchup is James Spader versus Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
All day?
All day.
All effing day?
All effing day.
Arthur, what do you think?
I'm gonna have to go, Kiara.
Really?
Yeah.
Total. Yeah.
What's your argument for James Spader?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm arguing, but he definitely looks cooler. I mean, you would say he looks cooler.
But to an 80s standard, definitely.
He also was a dick in the movie, which girls like Kira usually girls usually go after the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
He was a total
typically.
bad guy in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Andrew McCarthy is way cuter.
Andrew McCarthy, Weekend at Bernie's Andrew McCarthy, or
Mannequin.
or Mannequin.
Mannequin for
Yeah.
sure.
All right, so the first matchup is going to Andrew McCarthy. Our second matchup is Bob from La Bamba
That's another easy one.
versus Raul
That's
from
easy.
Dangerous Minds.
Oh, Bob.
Real.
All day?
I should have wore his shirt. I have two shirts that say "Oh boy."
Yeah, but I mean, Raul, when he wears that leather jacket and he gets the chicken,
Yeah.
come on.
Nah,
but
that's not even a competition.
Bob is like ultimate bad boy. I mean,
So it's the bad boy
My
Bob.
first or my last.
He was a dick in that movie.
He was.
Our third matchup is WWF wrestler Tatanka
Easy Tatanka all
versus
day.
Mr. Perfect.
oh God. I'll take Tatanka.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Because
What's
Arthur's in
wrong
the room?
with, yeah, what's wrong with Mr. Perfect?
You don't
I
wanna-
don't know.
You don't want to piss off Arthur?
Yeah. I don't. He's just not as appealing.
You said
as-
you like blonde guys.
I know, and I
know.
guess I don't anymore. Not that blonde. That's
so you like maroon haired guys
yeah.
or
I like
pink haired
that.
guys?
Yeah, fuchsia.
So
Weird
you're going
nose.
to Tonka.
Who did that beadwork though?
Oh man.
That stance too. Sup.
Next matchup is Vanilla Ice
Oh,
versus Gerardo.
Dude, Vanilla Ice.
If you don't know who,
that's like my perfect white boy.
okay, but
I'm just
Gerardo,
kidding, I'm just kidding.
what was that song? Rico Suave.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just the Jerry curled mullet. I can't get down.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's the hotness. Okay.
No, that's
What
why I
is
was
that,
never into AC
Saverio?
Slater. Like I was like,
Well, if you don't like Jerry curled mullets, then I don't know if you're gonna like the next one. And last but not least, we've got Stevie B versus Timmy T.
oh.
That's all right.
Oh, okay. My first instinct is Timmy T, but Stevie B though.
Timmy T had like one song, didn't
Yeah, I think I like.
It doesn't take away from that hair.
he? It does.
Okay.
We'll go Stevie B.
Stevie B.
It's the man.
What was it? One more time.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, I think everybody thought that was a Stevie B song, but it was really Timmy T.
That is a good point because Stevie B has another song similar to it that people would get mixed up.
Yeah, and everybody would always be like, "It's Stevie B," and I'm like, "No, I'm pretty sure it's fucking Timmy
Yeah,
T."
you punch him in the face. It's Timmy T.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Bitch. Dumbass.
Get your T's and B's together.
And that's the latest round of the Who's Hotter game.
Nice.
That was good.
So, Kira,
Yeah.
it's here.
Oh,
My
God.
favorite segment.
Here we go.
week. I just can't get enough of it. This is the world famous Arthur's movie review. It's
Is it really that famous?
I mean, dude, all 10 of our listeners are dying. To
yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm sure they can't wait for this one.
So we're losing subscribers as we speak.
I can't.
So
Okay.
Arthur, I don't think you're doing an 80s movie this week, but
No.
close to the 80s, almost.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
So today we're doing Vida, Loca.
Ooh.
It's a 90s movie.
Kira.
Okay.
So this was a request that came in to review.
Yes,
Oh.
it was from
We're
our
taking
listeners.
requests?
We
We're
are.
taking requests.
Yes,
So
okay.
this was one that wanted to get reviewed, which I had such a hard time trying to review this movie. Last time I fucking had a breakdown, a complete breakdown. I sat here and Greg kind of called me out on it and I lost it for a minute. I started sweating. But I was like, I don't know what you want me to say, Greg. But really, what is there to review about it? So I'm gonna make my best effort.
Just give a little recap of the movie. Some of the characters.
Yeah, so basically it's about these young teenage females growing up in a neighborhood in Los Angeles. I'm pretty sure. Where's Echo Park? Is that East LA area?
Yeah.
Probably.
Somewhere.
So it follows these two girls at the beginning of the movie pretty much throughout until it follows an older character, but it's basically just growing up in this gang environment. It drive-bys, baby daddies,
Baby daddy issues.
yeah,
Ernesto.
Ernesto, people getting shot, girls getting locked up. But you know what's an interesting thing about this movie is the writer and the director. Well, maybe it's not interesting, but she actually moved into the neighborhood just to get a vibe of what it was like at that time. So
That's
when
dope. I like that.
yeah, when she wrote it, she moved to the neighborhood. She hung out there while she made the movie and wrote the movie. So I thought that was pretty cool. But
Who is that?
I can't
Is she
remember her
Mexican?
name. I don't know. It's like
Uh,
Allison something. I can't remember. But it follows these two girls who met when they were really young. They grew up, they got caught up in the gang life,
Mhm.
which kind of ties into the lifestyle that we talk about often. So that's why we like the movie. You know, we
Yeah.
grew up on that shit. We talk
What
about
was
it.
their
We
names?
joke about it. Mousy, you got Sad Girl. You got Whisper, who I think has some of the best lines in the movie.
Yeah. One of the famous lines from the movie is,
Burger King's better, eh? It's
Yeah.
not crowded.
Yeah.
They don't got what I like at Burger King. It's cheaper at Burger King.
It's a classic. I mean, I grew up watching it. Like I'm sure you guys did too, but
and then who's the bad guy in the movie?
Alduran?
Alderan. Yeah. And they're not going to put up with Alderan.
Alderan. That's it. Next time we see Alderan, homes will fucking blast his ass.
Yeah, fuck that puto.
They're all young. like 10.
Yeah. But that's like right around the time we grew up listening to fucking Tupac and Bone Thugs and shit, you know? So it fit in. So but
Did
yeah.
you know Mousy is Selena's the new series on Netflix, the new Selena?
My cousins.
She's
or something?
the mom.
No.
Really?
I haven't seen
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
But
It's-
I will also say Salma Hayek made a movie debut
Yes.
in Vida Loca.
Movie
too.
debut by Selma Hayek.
Selma
and she
Hayek.
does some very interesting dance
Yeah.
moves at the end
She's
of
the
that movie.
one that's in the car with Alduran while he's like driving his lowrider and she's just like caressing his shoulders.
oh,
Selma Hayek.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
She's also being very confrontational at the dance at the end.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because Elderon's paying
And he gets
attention to other
fucking
women.
blasted.
Oh my God.
I was at the wrong place at the wrong time, Holmes.
Yeah. So it's like a serious fucking, cholo Chicano type movie. And
Yeah.
I mean
Didn't
there's
like the sister go to jail? The
yeah,
older
the older
sister.
one. Yeah.
What was her name?
Fuck.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I just played her. That was her.
Yeah,
The
that was
wrong
her.
place, the wrong time. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't remember. Pebbles?
But
Something.
Was it Pebbles?
I don't know, but she gets out and she
But
tries
she's
to
like, it's
organize.
about computers.
Yeah, she's trying to
We
organize.
need
them.
computers, guys.
Get them fucking jobs. Everyone's sitting there
Yeah.
looking at her.
She's like, what?
I'm gonna get a job, home.
Get a job about computers.
Yeah, so I mean,
Like,
I don't know.
oh, she wanted
It was a
better.
good movie growing up. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
up there with some of the other ones, but I mean, other than that, I don't know. It just has some good one-liners. You got a couple of the
I
good
got
ones
a
in
few,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, the Burger King McDonald's thing.
That's
Me and
like the
Greg
most
still fight
famous.
about that till this day.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
saw a recent picture of those two, Mousy and Sad Girl. Like now, they're still friends, and I think they both look great.
Yeah.
It was pretty
Aged
cool to see
well.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought,
But yeah, we did Dave last time he was here. That was our
yeah,
uh
your little brother.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you listening, our guest Kiara, her little brother was David,
yes.
and not
Did
David
you hear
from
that,
last
Dave?
week.
Little brother.
Little broski. Which I think Kiara has a couple things to say about
Yeah.
that.
So Kiara, you wanted to have a little rebuttal of his
So
episode.
first of all,
I'm guessing it has to do with the haircut remark.
yeah. Let me just that was my first haircut ever.
When you gave him the military.
Well, yeah, when he told me to shave it off because I fucked it up. In my defense, it was my first haircut. I told him I was not comfortable, and he was like, "No, just do it. Just do it." Yeah. Okay, cool. And then I did it not great, and it was my first haircut.
Like
so-
ever picking up scissors and
No, just like out
or,
of school.
or on a dude.
Out of school. Because
Out
in
of
school,
school.
they don't teach you clipper cuts. You have to learn on your own.
Yeah.
I hadn't been in a salon long.
Mhm.
You don't get a lot of fades or whatever the fuck he wanted. So, yeah, my fuss up had to shave it. And that was my first haircut.
Sure,
One
yeah.
of my first haircuts.
One of your first.
Yeah. So, as for you, I got no excuse for
Yeah.
you. Your hair is
Yeah.
very hard to
Yeah.
do.
And you know what? I've
Did
been
you
told
say
that.
she
He
messed up your
did-
hair.
No, he
No,
did
I said
say
she went
it.
short on it.
Yeah. He did say it, but I knew it because I
But I-
knew I messed up. So I just had to touch
Why are
it.
you the way that you are?
Fuck, I don't know,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
I know. Fuck. But you know what? I hear that a lot, which is it's not my
Why
hair
are
is
you the way
fucking
you
weird,
are?
dude. That too, but I'm saying my hair is fucking weird. It's thick. It's
Oh, how horrible! You have thick hair and a perfect hairline.
no,
What
I'm
a
talking about
dick.
getting haircuts. Like I've gone through a couple barbers, which is why I stuck with Gladys. Shout out to Gladys, because
Gladys.
yeah, she cuts
How
my
old is
hair.
she?
She's been cutting my hair. She's younger than me, but she's been cutting my hair for like 10 years now, maybe longer. I don't know, but yeah, Kiara took me. She
Yeah.
kept it tight.
Yeah. Arthur, I'm sorry. I just don't know how to cut your hair.
Why are you
I
giving him this
tried.
San Quentin haircut?
Yeah, for real, dude.
I don't know. It's that whole I don't know what it
Outside
is.
in the backyard.
Dave Michael threw me under the bus. I was like, look, I was in the beginning of my career.
Yeah.
You know, he had to take one for the team for me.
And also, can we talk about how you guys don't communicate correctly? Because I reached out to you before the episode and I was like, Kira, you're calling in today, right? And you're like, no.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he said, yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I-
what's happening?
I
Well,
had-
Kara's probably on the phone with fucking Mr. Coach over here and fucking couldn't pick up my phone call. So
Going
I'm
over a
assu-
4-3 defense.
For real. I was busy. I was out
Yeah.
shopping. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
He's giving you the recap of the St. John's game.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, sorry. I know I messed that one up. I wasn't prepared, and I was like, "Oh my god, I don't know what to do." And then Dave and Michael, I don't know. He's a wild card. So I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know.
Your
See?
brother, we got a lot of great reviews of your brother's episode. They really
Really?
enjoyed them. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a heart of gold for sure.
Oh, yeah,
he
for
always
sure.
thinks he's like the fucking perfect kid, but he ain't.
I love
Yeah.
how
But-
passionate he is about Crybaby.
Yeah, because of me.
Yeah, he's passionate about a lot of things though.
Yeah.
He's just that's just Dave.
Yeah, he rocks his Cortezes. He tries to keep it old
Does.
school.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Wasn't he wearing those at the party we went to?
Yeah, yeah.
Dave.
That's Dave.
It's a graduation party.
Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He works really hard. I love
Does.
him, but
Saw him yesterday.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
He could be really harsh to us.
Yeah. Ask
You
him
want-
about
you want-
yesterday.
about what?
Ask him about yesterday when
About the drink?
Yeah, when me and Alan went to go eat. Or well, yeah, we went to go eat and watch the game. And Alan gave the server the hardest fucking time. And right when that's happening, Dave comes up and I just felt so bad for the chick.
Why was Alan giving him a hard time?
Well, first of all, well, not him. He was giving our server a hard time. Yeah, Alan's really strong on his drinks. That's what he does. He's what do you call the people that are like really into wine? They get the little pin, the sommeliers
the
or
name.
sommeliers or something.
Somalians?
No, not sommeliers.
He's a Somalian.
The sommeliers or something, right? So you have to be educated about these wines, and I'm fucking butchering what they're called. But
Yeah.
she brings them. First of all, I don't even want to get into the whole fucking thing, but I felt bad for the girl. Alan ordered a drink. Not
Just say what
dudes
the drink it
typically-
was.
I can't even remember. It was like
apple something.
apple, some sort of spritz. But Alan's really big on his drinks. Proper drink, make it right. That's what he does, and just felt bad for the girl. And then Dave's walking up at the same time, but not even a big deal, but just ask Dave about it. It's pretty funny. So,
Did Dave?
Right.
Did Dave like
well, we were
reprimand the
sitting,
waitress? Was
yeah,
he like?
because
Was
we're
he like,
sitting
hey,
there.
like,
We're sitting
what the
there,
hell are you
and
doing? Like, get this man a drink, a
well,
proper
no,
drink.
Dave's sitting there telling
Because
Alan,
Dave is an asshole.
right? So
He
Alan
would-
is
he-
too,
he-
right?
Yeah, like Dave does not give a fuck at all.
So they're sitting there and they're arguing, and Dave's like, "What's wrong with the drink?" And Alan's like, "Look at it, it's full of fucking ice." And Dave's like, "That's how we make it." And he's like, Alan's like, "Well, why do you make it like that?" And he's like, "That's how we make it. That's how the owners want it made." So it turned into this big thing, and it was the first time Alan and Dave meet. Right? Dave's never met
So
Alan.
it was between Alan and Dave.
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
first time they
hell.
meet, and they're just sitting there going back and forth.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there trying to like talk to the chick, and I'm just like, "I'm sorry," like. But Alan was out. He had some drinks, and
That waitress is probably so scared.
I know, yeah. And I
Like,
felt
there's-
bad because Dave's there, Alan's there, and it's like I don't know what the fuck's
Why
going
would she
on.
be scared if Dave's got her back?
I just meant probably just like looking at the banter back and forth, like
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, just standing there like not knowing what to do, like.
Well,
like,
when certain
you know?
personalities collide, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know both of them, and
Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying. Like neither of them are gonna back down. So
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Dave's like, "Why are you even ordering that?"
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
These two could
But
probably
that's
go
what
at
I'm
it
saying.
for
Like
hours.
Dave just does not care.
It was funny. It was fucking funny, and it was the first time they met. And anyways, I was like, "This is Kara's little brother," and he's like, "I'm
After
out."
all
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is Kira's brother.
But it was cool. I mean, it was did no harm at all. You know, it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
like it was funny. First meeting for both of them. But I got a kick
Can't wait,
out of it.
I gotta text him about that. That's
Yeah, he texted me as soon as I left. I was like, "Yeah."
funny. Oh, he
no,
did. Yeah, that's funny. He's crazy.
Yeah, he is good. Love Dave.
When he
Love
comes
him.
back on, we'll have to get his recap
Yeah,
of what
yeah,
happened.
Yeah.
yeah. It
And
was
Dave has
funny.
no like filter, and it's like he don't care who you are, what you're doing. Like that's how he's like, you know. And like when he's managing and like the
Yeah.
stories when he comes home, I'm like, Dave.
Yeah, it was funny.
I'm so
It was
surprised he
funny.
haven't got like knocked out yet.
Yeah,
like
it
he's
was
like,
funny.
you know, I don't know. He holds it his own.
Yeah,
It makes me nervous.
There's some
'Cause-
people who just
But he needs to be that way because
Yeah.
he's in Scottsdale and he deals
Right.
with all these bougie fucking young kids who
Yeah.
think they can just do this and that, and he
Yeah.
just puts them in their place. Dave's like old school. like
yeah.
that.
It wasn't.
It was funny. Now, I know that wasn't the tone
Yeah,
of it,
but it was just funny. You know,
Yeah.
like I was
Yeah.
just sitting there and I could see the seriousness in both of their faces,
Yeah,
and
oh God.
and then the waitress is sitting there and we're just like looking at each other, and I'm like, I'm just gonna order food. You know, can you put this
Yeah.
order?
you got
in?
nervous.
Yeah, I was
You
just like,
did. That's
oh, I didn't
funny.
know
Well,
what the fuck
it's not
was
like
gonna
that's
happen.
fun.
Yeah,
You know,
oh,
it's
yeah, I get it.
awkward
I
as
get it.
shit.
I mean,
You got
Yeah.
two friends fighting.
For real. And their first meeting, you know, this is the first time they've met each other in
like
person.
in what, like 20 years?
Yeah,
like
he
since my
hasn't seen
backyard
Dave
party
since was like
or my
9.
16
Yeah.
keg party.
So it's like here they are sitting across from each other. Alan's bearing his pin, and Dave's like managing the fucking restaurant
With his
It's just like,
Cortezes.
yeah, it's like Dave. Dude.
Wait, hold on. So there's a pin that he
Yeah,
wears.
why was he wearing that?
He went to an interview. So he went to an interview
Oh,
for
that's right.
a new
Okay.
restaurant.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
it means something. You know, it shows his level of what he knows about wine.
Oh,
So
wow.
Alan's
I didn't know
really,
that.
really fucking smart
Yeah.
in that sense. Like he knows his shit, which is why he was making a big deal in the
Right.
first place. You know, I'm not gonna. There's no way to put it. He's like a drink snob. You know, he knows how shit should be made. He's been in the industry forever. I mean,
A
so
food snob and a drink snob
There
together.
you go.
first of all, I'm not a food snob.
Oh, debatable.
Yeah. Anyways, it was funny though. It was
That
really
is pretty
funny.
funny.
It was nothing bad, but it was fucking funny. Like I was just giggling. It was-
You realize you're not talking shit. I know, like you're getting kind of like.
Well, I'm
tongue
not trying to
twisted.
defend either one of them. It was
Yeah.
just a funny fucking meetup.
Exactly.
Like I
Neither of them
understood
give a
Dave.
fuck.
I understood Dave's part. I understood Alan's part. But this poor girl sitting here like I don't know what the
Arthur's
fuck
all
to
worried
do.
about the girl.
Dave's like, just go throw it away and just put 2 ice cubes. Cause Alan's like, just 2 ice cubes. And I was like, if you could give me one big one, put 1 big ice cube in the drink. But if not, just give me 2. And I was
but
just
it's
like,
not. But it's Diego Pops. It's
no,
not.
we're at Montauk, which
But
I know still.
You're not at the fucking Princess, or I don't know where you get good drinks
Yeah.
at, but
It was funny.
or swanky drinks. But yeah, Dave's cool. But I also wanted to touch on David Nava's episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Kara's
well,
just debunking stuff today.
David Nava, by the way.
and then I have a story about what's her, the
Greg's friend.
cruising on Central. That's that episode.
Greg's
Yeah,
friend.
Liana.
Yeah.
Liana.
So I have a Jackson's on Third story for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you gonna say right now?
Sorry.
You're gonna say something.
I was gonna say David Nava. It's between him and Aaron Gardner because I hung out with Aaron Gardner on Thursday night too with Barney.
Okay.
It's between David Nava and Aaron Gardner as the nicest
Yeah.
human beings I've
Yeah.
ever met in the history of my life.
I like Aaron, dude.
There is no bad, like, there's nothing bad that they have. Like, they're just nice humans.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that in your life.
Yeah.
Anyways, but real quick, I want to hear this Jackson's on Third because I remember going to Jackson on Third for the first time with you. Is that what you're going to talk about? Or was I with you this story? or
Yeah.
no? Okay.
No, this is about me and you.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I remember this. This is a long time ago. Go ahead.
Okay. So we go to Jackson's on Third, and this is a bar downtown Phoenix
Yep.
where it was like a Mexican bar because that was our thing back in the day. The boys liked Mexican girls. Me and my friend Laura, we liked the music, guys, whatever. So we go downtown and we're doing tequila shots.
Yes.
It was like tequila shot Corona. I drove there. Okay. So we were trying to leave because it was hitting 2. It was like 1:35, 1:45, right?
Uh-huh.
Greg's like, I'll drive with you. We'll go back to my house. Everybody was like rallying up. Cool. So we go. I leave the parking lot. I'm driving on a wrong way on a one-way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get pulled over.
Really?
And I'm like, fuck. And he's just sitting there like, Kiara, I'm so sorry. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. I'm so sorry. You're going to jail. You're going to jail, girl. Like,
Sounds like
just
a great
straight up
thing to
like,
say.
like, you're fucked. You're going to jail. And I was like, oh my God. So he comes to my window, asks like where we're going or what he asked for my ID.
Yeah.
I give it to him and he's like, do you know where you're going? I was like, no, I'm sorry. I've never driven down here. I'm just driving my friend home.
Right.
And he goes, have you had anything to drink? I said, I'm going to be honest. I had 1 shot, 1 beer, but that was a while ago. I had been drinking.
Mhm.
If anybody knows me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like probably cross-sighted at this point.
Me after 12
Yeah,
fireball
yeah.
nips.
No, that was me. I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I was like, I had one shot, 1 drink. He's like, okay. He's like, let me see your ID. So he gives me give him my ID. He walks away.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, look at him. And he was like, Greg's like, he's gonna take you to jail.
Wait, are you sure I was being this way?
Yes, because
Yeah.
you were like, I'm so sorry, Kiara, you're going to jail.
Oh, I said sorry at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you weren't like a dick about it. Like you were like, I'm so sorry, but you're
It
going
wasn't
to
me
jail.
to dick, but he apologized. So
Yeah. He was sympathetic to it, but he was just trying
This
to
doesn't sound like
He
me,
was-
honestly.
really?
No.
He was like trying to gear me up for the next, So anyway, so he comes back and he goes, all right, sweet. He's like, okay, we'll make a right here and go straight and you'll be good. Have a nice night, sweetie. Hands
Let
me
you
my
go?
ID, let me go, right?
Wow, you are fucking lucky.
I go, I do it again.
Just did it again.
Oh my god.
So bad.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, and then here's Greg. Well, just like he gave up on me. He was like, yep, all right, like Kiara, So I figured it out. We made it to Circle K with like 3 minutes.
To
He
buy-
ran in.
Yeah, I remember that.
I went. I was so ballsy. I went to the Circle K like literally across the street outside of that downtown
Yeah.
because we had to get the beer.
Right. But you
Yeah.
had to get it.
Because everybody was going back to my apartment. We always did the after hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he ran in. We made it with three minutes to spare. We got the booze. We went, made it out.
Yeah.
Since that day, I won't drink and drive.
Yeah.
I've had a few.
Well, you
run-ins.
should never drink and drive.
No, I know, but some
Yeah.
people challenge it.
yeah, Kiara, I mean,
All right, guys.
Yeah.
And then-
Don't base drinking and driving off your Jacksons on Third bullshit.
It could have been really bad for me.
That-
That would have been a
it could have
turning
been.
point.
Kiara, that's pretty fucking bad. I mean, thankfully you didn't get caught or anything, but I mean, shit.
But
Twice?
he literally, twice. But it was so crazy. He come out, he's like, oh, he even called me sweetie and told me where to go. He's like, okay, sweetie, here you go.
That's
I was
nice.
like, fuck, oh my God. But this guy was like, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
yeah,
Greg in a
is-
blackout and there's no help.
yeah, there isn't.
He
No-
just had
no help.
alcohol.
None
He was
what's-
like, fuck, there goes my night.
I
Yeah.
remember.
He's like, we're not gonna make it to the
Yeah,
store.
that's what he said. He's like, we're not gonna make it. Kira, if you wrap this up in like 5 minutes, we can still make it. I'm like, I'm doing my best.
I remember that night. This is very random, but specifically at Jackson's on Third. I'll never forget this. Maybe I have PTSD, but I had met a girl at the bar when we first got there, and she was like everything that I'm looking for. Just
Oh
that
my
girl.
God. Mhm.
What,
And
do you
that-
mean, what does that mean? Like
just
like a
Latina,
Bud Light promoter?
Exactly.
I was just gonna say
Like
that.
a Corona
Yeah.
promoter girl from the West Side,
Right.
in a
That makes a lot-
dress,
that-
high heels.
Now I get it. Now I understand what you're talking about.
Just bombshell of a girl, and she's into me. So I buy her a beer, and we're at the bar and we're talking, we're laughing, and then she goes, "Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you smile real quick?" And I was like, okay. So I smiled, and she goes, and I
Did you do like one of those Nacho Libre smiles?
I was like, well, so I smiled, and the thing is back then I had a bunch of extra teeth on the bottom.
Back
So,
then?
Like you don't have it now?
I've had them removed.
Really?
The extra ones.
I remember.
So
I
I
used to make fun of you all the time.
Yeah, I look
about
like a
that shit.
jack-o'-lantern on the bottom teeth.
Aw.
So I hide it the first smile, and she goes, no. Let me see your bottom teeth. And I go, fuck, here we go. And I smile again, and she goes, yeah, nope. This was after 2 beers. We were enjoying the entire conversation. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be that guy, but she kind of came up to me at the bar. And that's when I was like, oh my God, this is like my dream.
Oh,
And then
wow.
when I smiled and showed her my bottom teeth, she was like, nope. And she literally walked off.
How rude.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is I've gotten so used of Greg not smiling and pictures are just period
Yeah.
that I didn't even notice you got that shit.
I hate my teeth. I hate my
Because
teeth.
I remember I'd always talk shit to you about it every time we got drunk. You know, it looked like Greg's bottom teeth were doing the Dougie and shit.
Oh, well, Greg, I never noticed.
Yeah.
I don't.
It was always a thing I had since I was a kid, like just
I did
self-conscious
not
about it.
notice that until right now that you fix that shit.
Yeah. Did you also
Crazy.
notice that I can't fit my head into hats?
I knew that when I first met you.
And that my nickname was Cabezon?
Yeah. Greg looks straight up like Jimmy Neutron.
Yes.
Straight up.
You look like Keyshawn.
Keyshawn
Well,
looks like me.
So hearing that episode just like triggered that. I was like, we had some downtown moments.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know.
But no cruising central drive-bys.
But I'm like cruising central. No, just like, was that a thing?
Yeah, you seemed confused by that too.
I
I
was.
felt that she was too young to be
She looks-
doing,
she-
to doing
Well,
that.
what I said was that my
that's my
dad used to
mom's-
cruise central.
That's
you
my
know?
mom's thing. My mom's like 55.
And I don't know when that died out,
56.
but I didn't feel like she was a lot older than us. And I'm not
No,
saying
she's
that
only she's only 4 years older. But dude, the twins, Sabrina and Christina used to cruise central. Ask them.
Yeah, I'm
But
pretty
they're
sure. I don't know.
They're
They're-
2 years older than us.
no, they're not.
yeah,
I
Yes,
thought
they
they're-
are.
they're
I
like
thought
3.
They were 44.
They just turned 40.
Okay.
Yeah, they just turned 40.
Yeah.
So I was a little confused. I was like, what?
But that's what I was.
I think
too.
you guys are just fake ass essays, dude.
I
You just
get
didn't
it.
know what
I
was
mean,
going
our
down.
parents were the real essays, so we come from that.
We're like Legend City
Right?
essays.
Yeah.
That's Arthur's
You know, our
dad.
parents ran in the same
That's my dad. What?
crew.
Huh?
Legend City?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your mom too.
My mom knows of Legend
Your
City. She doesn't
mom
look at it
told
like, hey,
me
man, we used to go
she,
down there. We used to hit
My
on
dad.
the
Okay, my
ladies.
dad doesn't talk like that.
Hey, check it. You know?
Maybe he does. I don't know.
Your dad doesn't do that? Dad's all like,
Around. I said next time we see all the around homes, we'll fucking blast his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, fuck that puto. Yeah.
Crazy shit is, dude. My dad was from that neighborhood. You know, my dad grew up on 18th Street. Like they were big back in the day, man. So that they grew up in that whole 7th Street, 18th
The 9th
Street. Yeah,
Street.
they have some cool ass stories, especially with
Garfield.
Carbajal. Like there's some cool stories with Carbajal.
But that's like our. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're kind of like we're like the princess and prince of East
7th
Side-
Street?
of East Side. My dad, when we got the house, he was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "My girls are East Siders for life." I was like, "Dad, get the fuck out of my
That's
house."
funny.
you,
No,
did you ever come to my apartment when I lived in downtown Phoenix?
Like damn, I'm Van Buren.
7th Street in Van Buren?
I think so. Yeah.
So there's a funny day, and it was still kind of a little wild over there when I was in, because it was 17 years ago about. And there was one time we were all day drinking, and Barney and I had been drinking 40s on the balcony, and we saw a guy walk by with a basketball because there was a park across the street, and he goes into the park with the basketball. So Barney and I are just still on the patio, just drinking the 40s and stuff. About 15 minutes later, that guy comes back, no basketball, ripped shirt, covered in blood.
Oh no.
Just sort of guys. It was crazy. That place was so wild. There was a
Yeah.
Motel 7 across the street, which made no sense.
Yeah.
A Motel 7.
Dude, I loved when you lived down there.
Yeah.
And your apartment was really nice. It was
It
like a
was.
nice building. Like it was it was.
But that's what I'm saying.
was
Maybe it was
pretty
just a
wild.
drunk thing, but that's when we used to go to fucking Salsitas all the time. Every Sunday. We'd go get burritos at the fucking place.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that.
Right there on the corner, dude.
Yeah, maybe so. I only lived there for like 4 or 5 months, and then I moved to Mesa. And then, I mean, we had way more parties at Mesa, and I have
Oh,
the pictures
God.
to prove it, Kira.
I found a picture.
What do you?
I have a shoebox of all of our gatherings.
Really?
You, me, Laura, like all kinds of David Nava, Zoe, and we are all just falling over loaded.
Listen to this, dude. I was going through some pictures to find for Kaylee because Michaela comes over a lot. And Kaylee and Elijah and Michaela were over. And I was like, you guys should retake this picture. And I
Mhm.
found this old picture of them. But when I was looking for that picture, I had found a picture. Remember that weird security guard that used to hang out at your
This
apartment?
guy,
Yes.
the
Was it
Star
a guy
Wars
or a
guy.
girl?
We could never tell. We never
Oh,
knew.
God. Yeah.
What?
All the time. I found a picture of me and her doing that.
Oh.
Or him. I don't even know if it's a him or her, but we were like sitting here throwing up the
Where her
Star Trek.
finger, its fingers like that.
No,
No,
She was obsessed with Star Wars. And this
Oh,
is
okay.
the Spock
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Or not.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Star Trek,
Sorry.
Yeah.
God,
so-
people will
hilarious.
really get on us too. If we
No,
get
but
that wrong.
she knew every fucking episode character, and we'd get drunk and just sit and talk to her because she
Yeah.
would just walk around Greg's complex, and we'd invite. I think we invited her inside once.
Dude, we invited everybody inside. Remember that dude that was trying to sell us a dream catcher on the balcony?
yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
You guys
I
are
was like, that's
wild.
not a real dream catcher.
Yeah, there was controversy. Well,
We had such good times.
Yeah,
Such
for
good
sure.
times.
so I was going to say, let's close out on some clips.
Let's do it.
Kira, do you have anything else you might want to talk about?
No, I was
Anything?
gonna. No,
because the clips are kind of weak. So,
No.
I was gonna talk about David Nava like that. I was like, it's not funny though. It's just like.
oh, just real quick. Go ahead. Talk about
Oh
it.
no, yeah.
Okay, so he brought up the Denver airport.
Yes.
Okay, and all those like creepy murals and all those like statues and everything that's in it. And yes, they said that there's an
Round.
underground like bunker. And if you look at the plans, it looks like a swastika.
Right.
Okay, so there is gargoyles and then the murals.
Lucifer.
So,
Lucifer.
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 Yeah.
Lucifer.
Yeah. So
Lucifer's
I looked
real
up
thing.
what who did the painting, and it was Leo Tanguma.
Never heard
He
of
did the murals, and it wasn't about anything controversial like conspiracy theory like related at all. It was just about the different nations coming together, the kids, and like it does
Didn't
kind of,
I say that it was representative of all the
Yeah.
countries?
yeah, but everybody is like, oh, it's the chemical warfare. It's about chemical warfare,
There
and
is some weird shit.
Kill-
Though, but
it is,
he's
and
just
he
probably a weird
is
artist.
yeah.
Well, there is a golf course. I think it might be Connecticut or something that it's proven there is an underground bunker for all of our most important people.
Who proved this, Greg?
It's been shown. They've got the cameras in it. There's been documentaries on it, like on A&E too. Like it's known.
And see, so looking it up, so the artist said that that's not anything what people are thinking. It
Well, that's what
was
somebody who's
just-
trying to cover something up would
Right.
say.
Yeah, you shill.
Yeah. Anyways, and he said that.
Gullible.
So I just think it's just about peace and
You're just
and-
not woke, Kiara.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
whatever.
get woke.
Yeah.
Anyways, so then I
Not woke
found
yet.
this show called Unearthed.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
And he went to the Denver airport and he had them show them the underground bunker and underground. And it's just like tunnels for luggage. And it wasn't old because it was built in the 80s
Mhm.
or 90s, 93. And that was just the way it was configured.
In a swastika?
Yeah, I don't know. So, but the show is very like cheese, like very
Because-
scripted. So it was kind of, he was like, oh, well, she took me down here. There's nothing. And you're like, okay,
So
like,
here's
whatever.
the thing. I do drawings for a living. And if I'm sitting here looking at my drawings and reviewing them and I'm like, this looks a little Adolf Hitlerish, I'm gonna notice that shit, Like,
Right.
but maybe the airport's not shaped like that, is it?
No, it's just
It's
the underground
thing.
thing.
Makes sense.
So my whole thing was the murals had nothing to do with
Yeah.
the new world.
They are weird though.
But yeah, they are weird. And he just said that he was trying to pull like peace amongst the world, and each kid represented each part of the world and them coming together, and how come they're like the animals dying is how we're treating the environment, and what's going to happen if we don't treat it well, and then them coming together, and then they all are going to like die out and then regrow and that's what that little plant is.
Oh,
And then
okay.
the guy in the front with the mask, he's like dead. It's because like they
Mhm.
killed the pollution
Mm.
and all that.
See,
right?
Nava, you're out of your mind.
So we're
No.
not gathering there when the world ends.
yeah.
And Lucifer,
So don't
Lucifer
go to the
doesn't come
Denver
alive.
airport.
Lucifer's not coming alive.
But it doesn't explain the gargoyles
Or Lucifer.
or Lucifer or the Freemason, the plaque.
So there
The
is
capsule.
a Freemason sign there.
And it says New World Commission. And she said that it's just for the airport. It's just a group of people that contributed to the airport.
yeah,
whatever.
They're
So
everywhere.
anyway, so that sent me down a rabbit hole, and I found another place. It's called Georgia Guidestones.
Mhm.
So
Greg's
this
like, "I
man
heard of
in the
this, dude."
80s
guy.
built these stone structures a lot like the hedgestones,
Yeah.
and he put the 10 commandments, not like religious ones, but just like 10 commandments
Of the
on
New
these
World
stones.
Order.
Right. And in 8 different languages. And then in the middle of one of the stones, there's a cutout where at some point in time in the day, it aligns with like the horizon or some shit like that.
What?
So that's kind of creepy.
So
it is kind of a new world order. And it's saying like it wants, there's a thing on there that says like trying to keep the population of 500 million.
I'm just trying to figure out where to show up when the world ends. Denver Airport or
Or Georgia?
Georgia.
I don't know. But I just thought it was interesting. I'm like, why would they allow that to be
I'm just
up?
gonna go to my mom's.
And like, yeah, just for real. Just hug her and let it go.
I'm just gonna get in the bathtub. Well, all right. So let's finish off with some clips, Kiara.
All right.
Up.
Like I said, some of these clips are weak, but speaking of conspiracy theories and your little Masons thing, this is apparently Arrowhead Mall is a conspiracy.
yeah.
I found this little cholo with the Edgar haircut, and he's going to tell us why.
What is the Edgar haircut?
Oh, you know.
What up, guys? Today I'm pulled up to Arrowhead Mall. This is a pretty big mall in Arizona, but I do not like coming here for one specific reason. If you Google Arrowhead Mall, this is what you find. That's their logo, right? Now, keep that in mind. It looks very familiar to the Boy Lover logo that those goofies be using. Look, it's almost the same logo. Do your research on that logo. It's called the Boy Lover logo. All right, so we're gonna pull up and let's see what we find. And look, the first thing you see when you walk in. The first thing you see when you walk in. Look at that. Like, as soon as I walked in here, bro, it's an energy shift. Energy shift. I'm not gonna lie though, this is one of the nicer malls in Arizona. It has like 2 stories and
Oh,
has a train and an elevator.
It's a train.
All right, that guy just took a turn. Don't ever come here because it's dangerous.
One of the
but damn.
nicest malls in Arizona.
I mean, the tile is amazing. Besides the
Oh.
horrible things going on. First of all,
Okay, wait, I'm lost. What is he trying to compare it to? Like a pedophile ring or something?
there's a thing called the International Boys Lover Association.
It's like a
Howard
pedo
Stern and
thing?
them used to make fun of it back in the 90s. And yeah, it's a bunch of guys who want it to be acceptable that they're attracted to young kids.
right,
It's disgusting. It's vile.
right.
This guy who just took the Arrowhead Mall logo and said, see, it looks exactly the same. It wasn't even, first of all, it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny because it was Arrowhead, because I've been to Arrowhead.
He
and-
obviously hasn't been to Fiesta.
This guy's just making a call out after the bar.
Oh my god.
Celebrity.
Wow.
Look at him just calling an Uber.
Broadway. Broadway.
It's just like the gravity's grabbing the back of his
Look at
head.
Dude, that's weird.
Have you ever been that fucked up?
Of course.
It's just like
A million times.
bent.
I thought this one was funny. This dad's yelling at his kids because they just cannot help him correctly. Staten Island dad.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
I'm
Go
sorry.
over there, over the string now, Anthony. Go over the string and wait there. Don't move. Anthony, start pulling, Anthony. And put it down. I have this now. Anthony! I have this! Go over there! Oh my God, what is your problem? Holy sissy. Calm yourself down. Get that. Pick it up and drag.
So bad.
Watch over you. I don't want to.
It's funny.
Oh God, that's me, dude.
I'm sorry.
That's
Can we talk about this? But when I was watching that drunk guy, like his head getting pulled back, it made me think of the time you're trying to put your flip flop on it.
I don't remember. I've been told about it. I don't remember this night at all, but everyone tells me about it.
This was the same day you fell on your face, and you were so worried about that spot on your cheek. You put like oil of Olay on your face every night.
Yeah, that's because I still have the scar. Still underneath my eye.
Yeah, Greg sat and tried to he couldn't put his foot in his flip flop, and he was spinning in circles for like an hour. Everybody was just laughing. It was horrible. We were all fucked up, but he ended up falling. I think he got too dizzy and took a spill.
No, the sad thing is you're talking about a different night. Those were two separate nights.
Same apartment at least, though, right?
No, it happened at the well.
The flip flop, or when you fell?
No, when I fell was at my apartment. The well thing was at that was when I couldn't get my shoe on because I remember John was there. John talks about it all the time.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, sober 5.5 years now, so thank God.
Yeah, congrats. But that was funny. Shit was funny.
So this next clip is a guy cutting a tree down in the front yard.
Did he try to hold it up?
I know. What was he going for?
That's awful.
This guy's toupee is giving him problems. Play it off.
Oh my God.
He obviously didn't take the advice we were giving out last week.
Yeah, we got to talk to Kiara about that.
For real.
This girl's just,
I have something to tell you guys on that.
Okay.
Kiara, you ever go down an escalator? They get a little out of hand.
Hey. Dude, that looks painful. That looks painful.
Oh,
you know how bad that has to hurt? That shit has to hurt.
Your ass up for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, poor lady. She's just cute boy.
Speaking of me with the sandal at the well, this is kind of what I used to be.
Let's see it.
Oh God.
God.
Now this video I found interesting because they bought their daughter a new car.
TikTok video?
They're all TikTok, bud.
No audio. Oh.
Oh my gosh. What on earth? What did you...
Crazy, right? Nice car.
Yeah.
How do I reverse it?
I feel like I'm about to throw.
Easy.
She has to answer.
Uh-oh. Oh, and...
Oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh. Just...
What is that, like overexcitement?
For the listeners, they bought her a new car, and her reaction, she kind of just fainted and fell right on her face. Here we go.
On my chair. Oh, shit. We're doing this backwards, apparently.
That was pretty good.
This woman is explaining to her grandmother what a shart is.
Shart.
Fart equals shark. So when you have to shit your pants, you fart, but you accidentally shit, it's called shark.
Well, let me tell you, I had on my gown one night, and I thought, oh, I've got to fart. And I got up, and I shit all over the floor going to the bathroom.
So that's called shark.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
And last but not least, I found this one kind of funny. These ones always go wrong.
Everybody stand back.
All right.
Look at Cooper.
Whoa. Okay, that's enough, Shannon. Okay, he's going to hit Pat. No,
Dude, that's a steep, he rolled.
He's down, he's out.
Real quick, Arthur, this one's just this is our humor.
Damn, this shit good as fuck, bro.
Oh shit. Thanks for having me.
That's fucking
Absolutely, bro.
disgusting.
Absolutely.
They don't want to see us win.
They do not.
No,
Never.
that's so
They don't
gross.
want to see us win.
Dinner with the bro.
Oh, that is so gross.
Kira, you said you had a quick
Oh,
comment.
the hairline thing. So my sister, she
Uh-huh.
does brows.
Oh, yeah.
Banging
Oh,
Brows
yeah.
by Lauren. She does brow microblading. So if you need any eyebrows, ladies, hit me up. Now she's doing hairline tattoos.
Oh yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
tattooing hairlines. And she did one already, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it.
But that means you have to have short. You have to have a permanent short hair,
Right.
so it looks real.
But I think
Right.
if you're thinning and you
Yeah.
just have like you can kind of see through, if she just like filled in, colored the scalp, it would
Right.
look full.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen
Right?
it. I've seen the videos.
I was like, what the heck? So, guys, fellas, if you need some hairline
Hit up
enhancement,
Kiara.
hit me up.
Yep.
Boy,
It was
kinda
pretty
does.
awesome. No,
Boy,
it's
kinda
pretty
does.
sick.
Yeah.
But she said it was funny because she did it to a friend, and he shaves it all.
Right.
And so she filled it in, and then his hair grew.
Yeah.
And that part didn't grow.
Yeah, that'd be a
so
little
it
weird.
was just like this little like patch.
It looked like he took clippers to his fucking head.
So he's like, "Fuck, I gotta always have it short
Yeah,
now."
that's funny.
Because it's like, ugh. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's funny, but I thought it was interesting. It's
That's
pretty cool
funny.
though. I know. So that's a little plug
Oh.
for my sister
Yep.
for the sissy poo.
Well, Kira, another great episode.
Thanks. I had fun. It was
That
good.
went by quick.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, we're almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was a great.
So
episode.
we got another mic now, right?
We do. We have a fourth
Nice.
mic now.
So we could do.
So we could do.
double
If
guess.
you want, you have your brother on, and you guys can argue.
Yeah, and you guys can fight.
You guys
And I'll
can,
record this
you guys
time.
can box in here.
Dude, no way. Only when
Yeah.
I'm wasted. Only
Yeah.
when he's wasted, held down, I'll take my
Kara's
punch.
Kara's gonna take her shot.
Because I did it already, and I do it again. Dude.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Let's
Just
call
kidding. I
out.
love you.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely have multiple guests on one of these episodes.
Yeah.
But this is the A2Z Since 83 podcast. This was episode 7. Another awesome episode. And we're going to be off next weekend, but we're coming back June 20th, something like that. And then we'll be back. So thanks again for the support,
Sweet.
guys.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you again,
Thanks
Kira.
for coming
We
again.
love you.
Yep.
Love you too.
Absolutely.
We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye.